Obviously, another big weekend in the CAA all over the place, but we have 2 home games, so we're looking forward to that. It's homecoming on Saturday, obviously. Hopefully the crowd will be into it. We need to play a little bit better than we did last time out. Well, at least shoot the ball better than last time out. I think, defensively we did some good things. Second half-wise, we really competed, but you get down double digits just by missing a bunch of wide open shots. Makes it hard. And, Towson did a really nice job of making it difficult to get Devontae the ball last time, and our guys stepped up and made some shots, and we scored enough to win that game up there. And, obviously seeing how Elon played them and double team right away. Now, that's what Elon does. It's hard to go and be great at double team if that's not what you do. It's sort of like, we're not going to be a great zone defensive team. Now, hopefully our zone will screw them up for a few possessions, but we're not going to play 40 minutes of a great zone defense. I'm sure that we'll see some different looks, but they did a nice job keeping out Devontae's hands, so other guys need to step up. If we cannot get the ball to Devontae as much as we want to, step up and get the job done offensively.
Just the second time around, making adjustments, having tape on guys and seeing them more often, how much of an advantage is it going into game 2?
Well, yeah, it's an advantage for both teams every time. Like you see how they played you the last time, you see what worked the last time. Are they going to do it again? If it works, didn't work, so there's some cat and mouse to it also. I don't think anybody's going to change their entire structure, and all of a sudden try and score 90 points a game when they're averaging 65 points a game because we don't get back on defense very well, things like that. But I think it's more so familiarity for our guys, especially the new guys that have played against Towson. Like you always tell them, hey, they're really going to rebound the ball. They're going to be really physical. Like you can tell them that all the time, but until you play against it, they really don't know what to expect. And so I think our guys realize what to expect when Towson comes to town or we play up there. It's going to be a physical brand of basketball, and we got to make sure we do a great job rebounding.
Now that you've had a chance to kind of watch some tape and see things, is there anything defensively that you can see in the last couple of games that you can watch and go, okay, we need to do this specific thing better, or is there anything that's been alarming?
No, they've made some shots. Obviously, yeah, we want to challenge them a little bit better, have some quicker closeouts, those kind of things. Like when we really do it properly and as fast as we can do it or as good as we can do it, we challenge the shot more. But Elon and William Mary, they shoot a lot of threes, like against everybody. Elon, that's what they do. They lead the conference in three-point field goal attempts. Like, nobody has stopped them from attempting field goals. Now, did they make a percentage higher against us? Yes. Sometimes the shots go in, sometimes they don't. That is what it is, and hopefully we'll do a better job just defensively in general. Like we did a nice job defensively up at Towson. The defensive side of things won the game for us up there, and whether we were just in our spots quicker or more into it, or their spacing wasn't quite as good. That's not what they don't shoot threes a lot, so their spacing, they're going to be around the lane. There was not one thing that you can pinpoint other than we just need to be a little bit better and try and contest those shots a little bit better.
You guys talked about just how important this 2-game home stretch is in the standings. 2 games that you have a real opportunity to win with everybody mixed up in that bunch right now.
Yeah, we really haven't. We think every time going out it's important to win, especially being at home. We're 2-3 at home, obviously you want to try and hold serve at home better than we have, especially in the conference. And, on the road we're 2-2, and, we're going to get on the road some more. But, yeah, these are just very important because it is a jumbled up mess outside of Hofstra. Everybody's within striking, 2 games within each other basically. And so for seeding purposes, for the conference tournament, all those kind of things, you want to try and win as much as you can.
It seems like Towson shook up their lineup a little bit. Looks like some different guys have kind of come in maybe and started maybe playing some different roles for them. Does that worry you because maybe you didn't see as much of those guys the first time?
Yeah, I think it's sometimes a game-by-game thing. But, the guys that are on the scouting report and the guys that played minutes did play against us. Whether they just weren't playing that good against us the first time, I don't know. But they have won 2 of the last 3 games. They beat Northeastern at home and then obviously had a road win at Delaware, and 2 teams that we did not play very well against with their spacing. And so, Towson, they're like I said, they're physical defensively, and their physicality must have been a difference in those games. We'll see. But yeah, I think in terms of personnel stuff, I mean, we told our guys the same thing that we told them last time. You know, I mean, those guys haven't changed. Now, their minutes might have fluctuated a little bit, but what they do hasn't necessarily changed.
And then coach, with homecoming week here, does that change anything about preparation for you guys going into 2 games against 2 teams that you've already played? I mean, just, the atmosphere is going to be there, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully it'll be a great atmosphere, especially Saturday, because most people be in town for homecoming. Hopefully the weather will be nice. You never know this time of year, but it doesn't necessarily change our preparation at all. We're looking forward to it, and it's a 7 o'clock game on Saturday, which, the last couple of Saturdays we've played a little earlier, so it'll give us a little bit more time to rest in between games. But, just being back-to-back, not having to travel anywhere, people having to travel to us, it's always an advantage.
How difficult, it seems like there's always, you have that Thursday, Saturday. How do you split that time getting ready for 2 games in 1 week where, in the ACC you may have, 4 or 5 days between games?
Yeah, we just get ready for the next game. So we just been getting ready for Towson these last couple days, and then we spend the day in between getting ready for whoever's next, which will be James Madison. And since we've played them once, that will make it a little easier for our guys to just refresh their memory, as opposed to trying to have them remember everything. They'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that, as opposed to, oh wait, now what was that again? So it doesn't. We don't split it up in the 3 or 4 days that we have, half Towson, half JMU. That's just not how we do it. We just spend that 1 day in between getting ready for the next game.
Just talk about James Madison, what you remember of that game up there. It was kind of a thrilling game that was back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, that's all I remember. I remember at the end I was like, wow, how did that happen? But we made the plays. We got down at the end. We were down at the end of regulation. We were down at the end of the first overtime, down at the end of the second overtime. But we made the plays offensively that we had to, and we got the stops defensively. And those 3 guards do a lot for them. And those 3 guards are really good. And we know that's a focal point, and we're going to have to concentrate on that when the time comes. But right now, our guys are not thinking about James Madison, they're thinking about Towson.
How do you keep that intensity up, knowing that you've seen them before, you battled with them, come out ahead against them? How do you keep that intensity instead of just them maybe slipping up?
Yeah, I mean, you just got to keep reminding them that it doesn't matter what you did last time. I mean, there's tons of examples every year all over the country. Somebody beats somebody by 30 at their place and they lose the next time or something. So I mean, every game is different, and just because we went up there does not mean we're going to win here. We got to play. We got to play better. We got to play better than we did up there to beat them. Both those teams, because both those teams are playing better now than they were when we played them up there. We're playing better in a lot of aspects than we were when we played them the first time too. So that's what happens as you go along the season. Most teams do get better, so you got to get better yourselves.
It's the game against Elon. Shots weren't going down. At what point or how do you change that and say, hey, shots aren't going down, but we're putting up good shots still to take them without losing confidence?
Yeah, that was, at the timeout, I was like, hey, guys, we're getting open looks. We're just going to start knocking them in at some point, and we did in the second half. I guess in the first half, we should try to drive it a little bit more, maybe getting fouled. So you go to the line where they're maybe more comfortable because they missed a few shots, but, who knows. When you get open looks, a lot of times you want to shoot those open looks, especially from the guys that have made a decent percentage this year. It just didn't happen. For whatever reason, a lot of guys missed a lot of shots, and that got us behind the 8 ball. But the good news is the last half, I mean, we did make shots and we did make plays, and they just made some big ones to stop our runs for us to ever get fully over the hump.